First phase almost done. They take out the Ephobius and the Harith. Over on the flip side, we got the Jushin coming out the Fanny. What was the last ban probably going to be here for TNC?
Matilda's open.
Yeah, they're going to go down that route.
Granye's open. Suyo Joy is open.
I think they'll think about taking out a pick away from King Kong. Either the Suyo or... if they take one of the other, then they're left with...
Less,
yeah. Because the main trade right now is Suyo, Joy, Nolan, Hayabusa. But then some teams are willing to slot in or sneak in a Fredrin or a Martis in there. So they're respecting the Selena of Super Friends. So for ONIC, they can go Suyo as they usually do, but sometimes they're willing to...
Or first pick Matilda.
First pick Matilda, exactly.
First pick Matilda. I mean, Suyo's open too. Like, is that going to be... I wonder if that's going to be a trend for teams to go ahead and pick up. That was not Suyo. That was definitely a Joy that comes through here.
Yeah, I think that's like the favorite pick of ONIC right now. It is one of the heroes getting their skin. And TNC drafting red side like how ONIC would do. They're looking for macro control. The Gatot Kacha has a wide coverage, of course, with how its ultimate works. And of course, the low Yi being able to maximize the use of the diversion and taking a pick away from Super Friends.
Oh, wow. The Indonesian icon, Gatot Kaca, was a breakout hero just a couple of weeks ago at SPS in the playoffs. TNC are on point. I'm loving what Coach DJ Douglas Joseph is on. But actually taking the reins once more. He was once a member of TNC as a playing coach and analyst, a sixth man, but now he's head coach.
Head coach here too. That's Granger picked up, and the next pick there is CC. Very common picks, that a lot of us have already seen ONIC Philippines play. They're going to be playing it at the highest level possible. So really for this last pick for the first phase for TNC, it looks like it's going to be the Suyo. That jungle matchup we're so used to seeing.
Yeah, Suyo Joy trade. ONIC gets some comforts. They have a very proactive pick in the EXP lane for Kirk. He can bully with that CC, whatever matchup he's going to be up against. I think ONIC might want to watch out for a Swerve Glue pick in the EXP. It's not frequent that we'll see Glue and Gatot Kacha paired up together, but honestly, that just sounds absolutely terrifying. Surprisingly, TNC are actually banning out the Cho. So that might be a signal that this Gatot Kacha might be leaning a little bit more towards the roam, or TNC are going to be playing a little bit slower in their roam pick, might end up with something along the lines of a Tigreal for Yaoi, then the Gatot Kacha goes EXP lane.
Much like the Hilda situation, but the opposite way around. I think this Gatot's going to be the roam, man. We saw, what, 9 out of 10, if not actually all 10 Gatot Kachas in SBS be in the roam. Like, it was a solid pick. So I'd say this is Yaoi's pick right here now.
Okay, if that's going to be Yaoi's pick, the EXP lane is still open. If they just want something to disrupt, they can go Hilda. With the Phobius got up against a CC.
It's good against the Joy.
Good against a Joy, yeah. I wonder if they're willing to play Lucas into CC. Some teams are willing to do that, but it's so risky.
She is still open.
Yeah.
Lucas, that was banned out, what, twice? Yeah, twice previous series, so
yeah.
See if it comes through here. Next ban, though, for TNC. Are they still going to go ahead and just focus on the roam picks? Looks like it is. Hylos is taken out, so for Brusco, anyways, what does this leave open for him to pick up?
The
Tigreal? Unless it's unless I don't know, this is a flex and it's taken, but then is actually going to be banned out.
Matilda too, uncharacteristically left.
Yeah, I think of right now for TNC. Okay, they're taking pick away. Alright, Moscow. They're just going pure macro. Yeah, they just want to play around the map. Superfrizz might end up here with either a Vexana. I'd like to see him pick up a Vexana, actually. Or a... he can Farsa. Farsa should be good. He'll just have to really time it against Yaoi's initiations.
Both are good because they can check bushes for the diversion.
Yeah.
And Yaoi's jump.
I'd like to see the Farsa just because at least he can rely on the Wings by Wings to get out from the Avatar, the Guardian, or the diversion. It's better than if he was the Vexana and he's just relying on, the kit or the flicker.
Yeah. And just sheer footwork.
Literally.
Gotta get out of here.
Athleticism, I mean.
Let me just sidestep.
This is a very ONIC draft from TNC Pro Team, not gonna lie.
They studied their opponents very well.
Their priorities.
There it is.
Farsa and, of course, the Khalid. Alongside the Tigreal is one of the go-to picks of Brusco.
That's a pick that goes as far back as M6.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that last pick? TNC?
I don't know. We're still waiting for the last TNC pickup.
Was that a blitz pick?
Not showing up yet.
I don't see it behind us.
Yeah, it's not a blitz pick, but it is up on our screen.
What's the roamer, sir?
The arena. Will it be a roam? Got that?
Gotta be.
What do we got here?
Oh, no, sorry. What's the XP? I'm pretty sure this is a roam, Gatot.
I wonder if they're going to go Edith. There's no slot in for Ruby. They need some hard grab. They need a little bit more easy to pull off crowd control. If that is a roam, Gatot.
Terizla's out of the picture. Arlo, though. Arlo!
I would like an Arlo.
Fight for the ultimate answer.
They just go Hilda. Maybe it's because the last series soured me towards the idea of Hilda.
Yeah, me too. I just blanked out.
Yeah. I didn't even consider the... Oh, wait, no. Well, yeah, I did. We did mention it earlier in the draft.
It's a good counter to the Joy. Like, you just live in King Kong's face.
Yeah, we did mention it at the start of the draft. Yeah.
But that's XP, right? XP Hilda.
Yeah,
so
it's an XP Hilda.
Yeah. XP Hilda this time around. They got a contract for Yawi. I think, again, I like what TNC brought to this game one, but again, they're gonna have to cover every single base. That's just the box that every single team that has to play against ONIC Philippines has to check. That was the case last season.
Yeah. And again, the draft of TNC feels like, other than it just being a mirror match of like, hey, it feels like it's ONIC versus ONIC in terms of the hero matchups. You could say it's like ONIC versus TLID, ONIC versus RQ Hoshi.
And if it's ONIC versus ONIC, ONIC PH wins.
Yeah.
You can't play the teams lined up better than them.
If somehow TNC, again, with how much we highlighted ONIC PH, if TNC can even just take this game, that's already a massive statement.
See if they're able to pull it off here. We're jumping right into the Land of Dawn here. Last match of opening day for us for MPL Philippines at Season 15. Can TNC Pro Team do it and surprise us all against ONIC Philippines?
Very aggro start at the center of the map by Super Friends and Brusco, knowing that the Khalid can bully the Gatakacha and Low Yi. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, Brusco has not yet popped his region, but Yawi has. So that's a little bit of an edge that Brusco has.
Man, and Brusco, too, you know, for the most part, whenever he plays this Khalid, he's had some game-winning, I would say, just set potential, even on the biggest stages. And that's something that TNC obviously has to worry about. And the fact that he can also take a lot of attention, Kelra's taken a couple shots. Of course, that gold lane matchup, but here, bottom lane.
Oh, that's a quick rotation. Hope we can see it.
He has a vengeance at least.
Kirk survives the 2v1, and he does pop the vengeance, yes.
So across the map, you see ONIC PH winning the gold lane while they lose the EXP lane. Not entirely so, but the first rotation at the least. In terms of the emblems, is that really a Master Assassin on Kirk?
It looks like it.
He just wants to be aggro up against that Hilda. That's crazy. That's a rare spot. That's a rare sight to see.
You know what surprised me more is, with everything that's happened in mid and in bottom lane, Kelra just chunked half of the gold shielding on the gold lane turret.
Yeah. If what happened if what happened in the EXP lane wasn't a considerable win for TNC, definitely you could say at least for the first maybe next 2-3 minion waves, Kelra is winning the gold lane.
Not only that, but he also with that Fury Hammer, right? So he's got that little extra penetration damage towards the Moscom. So wants to win those trades. He still looks like he's going for it too. Right now it's TNC to go ahead and start up this turtle though. Might be able to go ahead and secure this one.
Feathered airstrike by Super Friends, preemptively used. Kirk going into the back line. Zaida goes down. The Kirkitect draws first blood, traded out for. Brusco popped as well. King Kong gets to working on the turtle. Retribution still on point despite the man advantage for TNC. ONIC takes it.
That was perfect positioning by ONIC. A great use of the feathered airstrike from that area by Super Friends. Caught TNC off guard. At the same time, the timing of them just jumping on Zaida, hounding him. The late entry of Kirk meant that the Suyo was just pressured.
You see that diversion play up here on the top side too. They missed it by a little bit. I mean, they were trying to possibly catch out Kelra on his rotate back up, but unfortunately, they weren't able to do it. So things are going to reset. Brusco almost at level 4 available to him. While Yawi a little bit ahead. Feathered airstrike coming down already. Whoa.
Committing the flicker. So definitely the Monster Mage was looking. They're trying to shut down Kelra's early advantage, but it's not going to happen.
Does that work?
Yeah, this is really tough because the rotation that TNC did at the center of the map was to sort of balance out Kozen losing the gold lane. But because Super Friends got to pop him and he was forced to go back, they lost the gold lane even more. So at some point, TNC just needs to start allocating some resources to, with the turtle up there, I think try to get Kirk out of lane and then eventually help Moskov out more.
That's worth a flicker, gentlemen. I'll take that call like 4 out of 5 times. I would always flicker as the Farsa to take Kozin down.
Yeah, just delay him a little bit further because you already saw the gap between the gold laners. What is it, about 1,000 plus at this point, and Kelra knows he's got that bit of an advantage. Brusco checking out the backside there, but he is going to get spotted out. He is just going to zoom on out, though, just fine.
Sandwalk is so dirty. You saw how much Zyda committed to trying to take down Brusco, and Brusco just says nope. Oh, Lord JM down bottom. The level gap.
Master Assassin.
Clean. There you go. This answers the question.
Yeah, there's definitely Master Assassin at work there. I was like wondering, where is the damage reduction on the, since he's under the turret? I was like, oh wait, all right, yeah, the CC has Master Assassin.
It's an assassin with a yo-yo, man.
Yeah.
You know?
That sounds terrifying. That is a mid-season anime villain that potentially might come back for the next.
Ooh. Brusco pushing back 3 members of TNC. In comes Lord JM. That's a 4-man presence from the Phoenix. And they pull the turtle slightly toward their side. Here comes Kelra and King Kong from the flank. Brusco, less than half health. The SOD thrown out by Kozin. Sees that there are a lot of Sonics on that side of the map. And they do take the dance slow. Kirk down to a 5th of his health.
Good reset though by TNC, Pro Team, and even ONIC, they decided to reset it. But now ONIC has spent a lot.
And they are going to commit the feathered airstrike. Blasting Yowie. Pops the AOG. No one home. Brusco taken down by Lord JM. Death by Snoo Snoo.
Oh, Yowie on the run. He does go down, though. Super Prince gets that one.
The clap back by the Monster Mage. The Super Fan Master eyes on the turtle. Zyda retreats. And just like that, Kelra won't let him go. And the second turtle goes over to the world champions once more.
And now ONIC Philippines are continuing it. They want to invade. Let's see if they'll be able to get this orange buff. King Kong does have his retribution. But no, it's just forcing TNC to react and
The
watch.
beast is playing with his food and steals one away from Zyda.
ONIC Philippines. It's crazy because I was just about to say that was oh wait, bottom lane.
Kirk, that's 3 of them. Oh, he's not going to survive this one. Serving up a kill to Kozin.
Great job, at least finally, to get a response, because it looked like things were really tipping in favor of ONIC Philippines there. But at least TNC finds a kill now on the bottom side. They should be able to get some push there. But here's the response now from ONIC Philippines.
Yowie put down to less than half of his health. Brusco catches a few. The flicker raging sandstorm. Yowie down to a 10th of his health. JM looking for a kill. Brusco gets hit by a stray SOD. Double kill for Kozin. Super Prince bites it. AOG by Yowie. Might have been a little too risky. Backs off.
Overheat by ONIC Philippines and TNC now with the counter. Showing that they can dance with ONIC. It's not the cleanest, most dominating dance, but the Phoenix Army can fight and take it to the defending world and Philippine champions. We saw it in the last objective fight. We thought TNC would win it. ONIC PH got to recover. Now, off of a TNC recovery, ONIC PH tried to answer back, but again, they overextended. This could have been a great play, but they didn't take into account Lord JM's positioning, forcing them back. It's also a very good call by Kozin to toss the SOD, and at the same time for TNC to push forward and threaten, forcing the flicker from Kelra.
Yeah, great, just kind of scrappy fight from TNC, and I feel like that tends to be, what we see from TNC. Make sure you finish, and I feel like that has been the story for TNC as we head back into the game. Jumping in, we're 7 minutes in to catch you guys up here. Turtle is almost up. Last one, the third one of this game.
All of the above mentioned is true, but just the same, looking at that mini-map, it's still blue, all right? And all the turtles went to ONIC despite the great start from TNC. So they can count their blessings, understand that that big play could still happen, but Joseph is right. They have to follow through, man.
Good wave manipulation up top, meaning it's taking a while for Kozin to show himself. It's going to rely on an SOD to land.
Turtle down to about half health. Early hits on the ults from ONIC Philippines, and Brusco jumps in. Yowie bites it. That's a man down. Lord JM is going to follow through. King Kong gets another. 3 players left for TNC, and off the cusp is Kozin farming off camp.
Great execution there by ONIC Philippines. They, again, how many times have we seen this from ONIC when they have, is he gonna steal it? Oh, too close for comfort, man.
Nope.
But yeah, TNC Pro Team are gonna lose a purple buff here. Nice try there, Kozin. And yeah, good condition checked. Super Friends landing the feathered airstrike hit, Brusco being in the right position to follow up, and everyone just collapsed at the same time. Great timing by ONIC PH. It was vintage ONIC.
Oh, and they're still collapsing down. Lancey survives with just a sliver of health. Kelra snipes him through from downtown. The AOG knocks up 2. Super Friends bitten down on, but Kelra gets the vengeance kill.
And this is part of it too. You know, he just picked up the Sky Piercer, so now that Kelra goes and continues to build up, the shields are gonna pop. You know, even before this Lord comes into play here, about a minute away before it can get taken. So it almost feels like ONIC Philippines was like, you know, yeah, TNC, you were a little scrappy. You might have had that little bit of a win, but even when it comes to the objective, we'll fight you guys, and we'll remind you who we are at this point.
Now I gotta glaze on ONIC PH because just watching them execute those fights, those sequences, it's just literally, it's everyone knows what they have to do, where they need to be. How the heck did Kelra land that Death Sonata?
We didn't see the angle.
Yeah, I really thought that Zyda was at least blocking it, but Kelra somehow found an angle. I was like, nah, there's just right enough room where I'll be able to hit Lancey, and then it landed.
And that's why I love what Super Friends does when he picks up the Farsa here. Like, he is one of those players. I mean, more and more do it now, but he's been one of those players for the longest time when he picks up the Farsa. Like, he's so aggressive that he flickers forward, right?
He's done it twice this game.
He's done it twice this game, but he's done that so many times in the past, and it sets things up perfectly for those off angles.
That's a real moment, ladies and gentlemen, during the Infinix hand cam, where they took 3 down like it was nothing, trading out King Kong for 3 members of TNC. Lancey, Zyda, Yawi down. Lord J might follow through. One more for the Filipino Savage as Kelra takes down the last member, Sans Kozin from TNC.
He's still up in the heavens, the god of the gold lane, still proving that he lives up to that name. 6 kills, 0 deaths, 0 assists. He's just out for blood.
He was technically in the mid, but yes.
He's just a
god.
He's a god at this point. A lot of us have seen it, especially on this Granger pick. And we're going to take a look at the replay. I mean, look at this. The collapse down. Lord JM was waiting in the winds, but it's just too late. I mean, even if he comes in, Brusco just heals up, and he's like, I got you in a way. Even though he goes down, but Kelra will land that last shot, the Destinata. Oh, all right.
They missed them.
He does something with that vision. Whether it's Kirk, Brusco, either of those two, maybe even King Kong, a little bit too deep, a little bit too aggro. Kelra's always just there to go, nah, I got you. I'll make sure that if you go down, it won't be a waste.
We'll see if they can actually catch Kelra this time around or actually fight for this Lord here.
Down to a 5th of its health, now a 10th. King Kong knee deep.
Oh,
Zyda gets the steal. AOG by Yawi in the thick of it. He does go down, traded out for Super Friends. Looking for the punish. Kelra gets a double. Zyda running through.
Oh, no, Zyda.
Can ONIC Philippines stop him? He gets away with highway robbery.
A Lord, and they took Super Friends down 2, and this will force ONIC PH to go back. Yawi Lord JM will be up just in time to see if King Kong will be able to delay it. Now, in terms of how the movement is going right now, it seems like, oh, it might just be wasted. They won't be able to make the most out of this Lord TNC Pro team.
Hey, it's better than nothing.
Yeah. It's something, it's something. What a steal, though, by Zyda. Gotta commend him.
Is this correct? The first Lord of the game?
Yeah, very first one.
Yep.
Go to the hands for TNC. So they won't be able to push with the Lord. Mid-tower, it will fall. So, okay, TNC Pro team will be able to get something out of here. Some semblance of a little bit more control now.
Yeah, so it's not a total waste to get that one. Again, it's a little bit of hope that they needed too. So that mid-turret actually doesn't go down just yet.
Yikes.
As ONIC Philippines will go ahead and still kind of continue to clear things. I'm wondering too, how many stacks does Kelra have right now? He's 8-0. So what did that put him at? I think he picked up the Sky Piercer
at around 2 or 3.
2 or 3, maybe 4 kills.
All right.
Oh, hold on.
What's this?
Whoa,
They collapse down onto the Brusco. Did not expect for there to be that many Phoenix Army members in that bush.
And I think, are we going to get another diversion? No, we're not, but that is a great play by TNC Pro Team. At this point, that pickoff is so expensive for ONIC PH.
That's a great play from TNC, and they can actually continue to do this and build around it.
Are we just going to let go of the fact that Zyda stole a Lord? He was down 2 levels and he stole a Lord. What are the mechanics of this young man, formerly known as Mama Coco, when he was playing in the amateurs?
Dude, ONIC Philippines wants to fight this, though. They're actually going to drop down the feathered airstrike. I don't think they can catch him, though, but Kirk
Wait, they're still going.
They're still going. Oh, Kozin.
Kirk goes through the wall, jumps through, and yeah, TNC is
Uh-oh,
TNC's
diversion.
real. Diversion going into the back line. Do they know? Super Prince throws out one, a Death Sonata 2. They cancel.
Yeah, just like that, ONIC PH gets control of the map again. If you've forgotten who Zyda is, a back-to-back MDL champion and MPL Season 13 champion with Team Liquid Philippines in their inaugural season. He was an MPL Season 2 Finals MVP and regular season MVP. For the longest time, though, touted as a double-edged sword, high-risk, high-reward type. That was high risk what he did trying to steal that Lord. Well, he got a high reward.
Definitely did, and so it might make ONIC Philippines also hesitant a little bit on this next one coming up in just a couple seconds. But this is where anytime, any lineup, any team that has the Lo Yi can play around the macro presence. But look at this, ONIC Philippines is going to go for themselves, trying to make a play.
Got a concealed play.
Oh!
Raging Sandstorm on a 3. SOD hits no one. Lancey's down. Bruce gets it out for Zyda gets a kill. Look at the back line. King Kong takes down Kozin. The shutdown onto the Moskov. And Zyda cover tail. But Kelra shuts him down. You ain't going nowhere, son. 3 for 1. ONIC back on the board.
What a scramble by these two, and at the end of it all, it's TNC Pro Team.
Woo!
Who's suddenly
Lord JM?
surprised.
Lord JM, he tried to get away, couldn't find a bush.
Oh!
Kelra gets him.
And now TNC have to play from the back. Or will ONIC actually just try to end with this lone minion wave against Agatas Gacha? Gozen and Lancey will be back in time.
It's an end angle. Literally Yaoi versus the world. They penetrate through mid. King Kong sent over to deal with the Lord alone. And ONIC PH just going for insurance.
And that's what I'm saying. You know, this is a showcase that even so, ONIC Philippines will find different ways to approach these team fights. I mean, think about it. They pop that conceal, they went around the corner, they cause some chaos against a lineup like this from TNC, and they end up still protecting Kelra. Like, looking at this replay, look at the positioning. Kelra's able to be okay, even though in between Lord JM and Kozin, and they still survive. So he joins this fight, pops off a couple shots, and catches Zyda here at the end. So with that, they get the Lord, they get that one turret, and now they get prepped and ready to approach the base of TNC.
We've always talked about how ONIC PH, suddenly it feels like they're coming from, or at least Kelra, King Kong, Kirk, it's usually those three coming from all angles. That was literally the entire team coming from every direction possible in the game.
Oh, and at this point, once again, Brusco using that conceal ready. The turrets are going to go down. Still the top is up. That second tier finally falling. The Lord's cleared out, though, so TNC, can they stay in this game? Yaoi will go ahead and charge on up the Unbreakable. They're going to clear these waves. Better airstrike.
Reggie says the answer. Cancelled AOG, revitalized by Yaoi. Catches Brusco and Kirk. Vengeance already in the SOD. Kozin takes it point blank. Kelra takes down Yaoi. That's a man down for TNC. Finally, the last inhibitor falls. TNC just a bare base left.
Kirk actually got to block a really good SOD angle. Since Kirk blocked it, Kozin couldn't find the perfect gag angle for his ultimate.
King Kong catches a few beads from TNC, pushed them out, cleared. The Phoenix Army lives on another day.
Okay, TNC will actually stay in the game despite losing all the turrets, though. They still have some fight in them. Waves pushing up on top and bottom. Are they actually going to still go for the end angle here?
The Super Fam is relentless. They want to end it. Feathered airstrike by Super Prince. Look at the back line. Scrambled. Lancey trying to go up against the god in the gold lane. Kelra does call the shot. Kozin comes in. The wind of nature. Not enough for Kelra to survive the shutdown. 11 kills worth of gold. Zyda taken out by King Kong. The fight continues. 2 for 1. The current trade. Lancey's down. Yaoi fighting for his life will not work out. 3 for 1. This is still an end angle. Lord Jamin Kozin left.
They're going to have to keep it together here. It's only 2 versus the 4.
Kozin gets jumped in on by Brusco. Strike served up with a few salvos of Super Prince's feathered airstrike. The base still left standing. There's one siege minion. The base is going to fall. ONIC Philippines takes game 1.
You can't count it out, though. ONIC Philippines is super fam. The world champs will take it game number 1, but man, what a performance, though, from TNC there in game 1.
Yeah, they showed up, but it seems like with every time we saw TNC do something great and make us think, whoa, can they actually do this against ONIC PH? ONIC PH reminded who the hell they are.
Ooh, man. I was holding my breath there at the end because even with Koz in there, I feel like him alone, the decisions he made with the SOD on some of those moments and some of those angles,